Hey everybody, welcome to my pull list for the week, well the first week of November, November 2nd, 2011. This is going to be my last pull list that I'll be doing on this site, and I'll explain why in just a second. Unboxings are still going to be going on from time to time, depending on the timing of comics, if I feel like doing an unboxing, because I'm excited about the comics coming in the box, like next week's, for example. Next week's there will be an unboxing for next week's, and that's because there's a mix of old and new comics. But pull lists I'm going to hold off. Why? Because I've been getting a lot of messages, a lot of websites I hear, and a lot of people have mentioned this to me. A lot of websites do three things. One, they have their own site. Let me tell you guys, off the bat, that is impossible. I do not know the first thing about web design, so I'm sticking to YouTube. Well, not the Sentinel, but what you're watching, YouTube, my YouTube channel, is my website. That is it. Also, a lot of people mentioned Facebook fan pages. Listen, A, I'm not that good. B, I'm just like everybody else. And C, I'm not high and mighty enough that I feel I deserve a fan page. However, I would have loved, and I'm still working on trying to figure out a way to create a forum on Facebook for comic book discussions. That's not really working out. It's too bad MySpace is not popular anymore, or as good as it used to be. If MySpace was the way it was back then now, I probably would have reopened up my comic book group, which I had a long time ago and nobody posted in. I sent like a ton of friend requests out to people who had comic books as their their things to do, and nobody, like, they joined but nobody posted. So yeah, the group died. So there was no forum, no discussion, no nothing. So I wish I could do that again. I'm gonna see if eventually maybe Facebook will open up a group forum page or groups page where we can post stuff about comic books there. And then finally, and the thing I kind of caved in on yesterday night, Twitter. Everybody says, you know, I love watching your videos, but sometimes, you know, there are certain videos you could do that you don't have to do if you had a Twitter. I have Twitter. I'd love to follow you. You know, you could do up to the minute things. So I caved. When Twitter first came out, I did originally make a Twitter account. I never tweeted though. So I decided to make a new one, and the reason for making a new one also, I gotta admit, is this device. This device I've had for, how long have I had this mic? Mike's here, by the way, guys.
A couple of months, and yeah, hello.
About a year. I'd say I got this around tax season last year, right?
I think it was a couple of months.
No, there's really, I bought this specifically for, you know, music, which is here. My music. Wait, push. My music. But I'm still updating my music. And a lot of people tell me, well, this is a miniature computer. That's why I have DC Comics and Marvel digital download things here, but I never download digitally.
Hopefully I'll get one in the future.
Except for the free. I do have the free Justice League #1 on there. And I have my AOL attached to it, so for my mail. But then I found out you can download Skype for free. I got my daily news. And then over here, more free stuff. If you see the last three, I got AIM, I got Facebook, and I got Twitter. Now, first off with Facebook. Originally, I wanted to post like comic book news or my feelings on comic books. You know, instead of waiting an entire week to mention it on a review, I wanted to do it on Facebook. Then I realized, on Facebook, that's my personal channel. I don't want to convert it only to comic books because A, I have a lot of my friends that don't like comic books. B, I have my coworkers on there that absolutely don't even read comic books, don't even know a thing about comic books. It's kind of funny reading comic books at work, let me say that much. And then C, I have other people on there too that, I have friends on there that like comic books, but the majority of the people on my Facebook are coworkers and old friends that aren't really interested in comic book news. So I can't really post stuff on my Facebook always about comic books. So that kind of was a automatic no. However, though, guys, I do have a few of you on my Facebook. If I don't have you on my Facebook and you do have a Facebook, please personal message me. I will, or tell me you'd like to friend me on Facebook, and I will personally Excuse me. And I will personally message you my the URL to my page. I'd love to have you guys as friends. I do post updates on there too about certain things. You know, like I was complaining about college a few nights ago about people in general, and I do not always complain. I do have regular life, you know, posts on there. But I figured I'd rather keep my personal posts and my comic book posts separate. Thus, why I created. Oh, nice picture, by the way. I actually took this picture of the boardwalk in Coney Island. A Twitter. My Twitter is the same as my YouTube name. It is Dark Avenger C86, and I'll be basically posting stuff like, well, right now all I have up is this tweet, which is the channel. The Twitter is up. On here, I'll basically, especially because the iPod Touch. If you see, let me show you guys. I'll show you. I'm gonna make a quickie tweet. Right here. When it comes to my iPod Touch, let's say I want to take a picture of something that I don't like, right? Or something I do like and I want to tweet about. Here's the camera. Here's Sentinel. Say hi, Sentinel. There you go. And then I'll use the picture. And then I put a little bit of text on it. Like, let's say I take a picture of a comic book or whatever. And then I'll just say... pull, let's call this pull list November, I'm abbreviating, 2nd, and I'll just like, there, I just tweeted. So basically what my tweets are going to be though are simple. Comic book news that I read and my reaction at that very moment. There will be, like, let's say I'm reading something and, like, a specific panel in a comic book, like, any specific kind of comic book catches my eye. Twitter, I really don't care, like, about, what do we call it? The amount of time it's going to take to upload on Twitter. It shouldn't take too long, so I can live with the upload speed on my iPod Touch. But let's say there's a panel I don't really like or I do like and I want to really talk about in the moment, I'll post it there and you guys, it's something fun. I thought maybe you guys would enjoy something a little different. You know, I always think of it this way. The gaming, what do they call, Michael? The gaming,
community?
Community, thank you. I could not think of the word. What would I do without Mike around sometimes?
Yay.
The gaming community, they have Twitters, they have like people that send them games to do contests. They have everything.
And usually upload videos every minute.
And every second of the day. Now, comic book collectors can't do that because people get bored. I think that the comic community should be on Twitter also and tweeting things that we feel like. Dan Slott's on Twitter. I was about to say Jim Lee, but Jim Lee is on Twitter. Stan Lee's on Twitter. There's a lot of comic book writers on Twitter.
Basically, any type should be on Twitter.
But it's for news, up-to-the-minute news. And this way, it helps me out with keeping up-to-the-minute things. This way I don't have to worry about shooting long videos and you guys, like, not really being interested. Like, a pull list, I know a lot of people are going to jump over and go straight to the comic review. Whereas, let's say, you're bored, you want to pop on Twitter really quick, you can see a tweet. I'm not going to be tweeting every day. I'm not going to be doing what I ate for breakfast. Like, oh, today I had eggs and cheese for breakfast. No, that's not what the Twitter is going to be used for at all. Specifically, major news that I want to post up for you guys to see. So this way, I got a lot of people asking me a lot of times also, could you send me the link to the article you read? This way, all I have to say is go on my Twitter. It's right there. I figure it's worth a shot. If nobody's really interested, I'll just let it go. It's not a real big deal for me, Twitter. The important thing, I have 3 important things. First and foremost, you guys. Always, you guys are the most important thing to me because you guys are awesome. I love all of you that watch my videos. You guys, my comic community, my brothers and sisters, because there are a few women out there that do comic reviews. You guys are the most important thing to me. I love watching your videos. I love getting feedback from you guys on my videos. That's the first important thing. Second important thing is getting my comic reviews up. That is the second most important thing. Shooting my reviews, putting them up. Third and final important thing is all my other videos. My haul videos, my unboxing videos, my other special videos, Spider-Man Superboy editing. Those are the three most important things. Twitter comes in a distant 4th place. So if you guys aren't interested in Twitter and I see the Twitter's not going anywhere, I'll probably just shut it down. But figure, look, if Pete Maceman can do a Twitter, I'll try a Twitter too. And everybody should try a Twitter at least once, I guess. Even though a few people said why to me. But there were a lot of people that said you should get it. I got it. Now let's see how many of you who actually told me to get it will be checking it out. Now let's get done with this talk of Twitter and whatnot and get into the pull list of this week. Because how many minutes have I wasted of your time? 10. Oh my God. Alright, first off, Fear Itself, The Fearless, number 2 of 12 I got this week. Fear Itself, Captain America, 7.1. For those of you Bucky fans and Cap fans in general, you gotta read this. It's very important, and I'll talk about that on my comic review. Batman Detective Comics, number 3. Amazing Spider-Man staying amazing in 673. I'll talk about that on the comic review. Yeah, we have Action Comics number 3. I do have one thing to say about that on the review. Mike, you got your Green Arrow number 3 and your Hawk and Dove number 3.
Wow. That's all I'm going to say.
Also, Animal Man number 3 is here. Amber's X-23 number 16 is in. Uncanny X-Men number 1.
Be careful that Sentinel don't fall back.
I'm not. I'm gonna. No, he's fine right now.
Oh, okay.
And X-Men 20. All right, I'll move the comics since everybody you're concerned, Michael. I'll move them. Also, Transformers number 29. The Traveler number 12. Concluding The Traveler. I got the variant cover. Swamp Thing number 3. By the way, the Superman Action Comics is the variant cover. Red Lanterns number 3. Amber got her Lady Death number 11. I got Justice League International number 3. There is a freebie. It's a flip. Avengers Sanction. And The Defenders. And finally, and something I've been looking forward to for an entire month, Batman Noel, which you guys will see on the comic review, but I probably won't be reviewing it, and I'll explain why either through a video that's supposed to finally be shot after this video, or I will explain it on the comic review and I won't even let the video be that much of a secret anymore. But I'm looking forward to in-depthly reading this book. This book was what I've been waiting for a long, long time. So anyway, guys, I wasted your time talking for 10 minutes about Twitter and everything else. The Twitter is up. It's twitter.com/DarkAvengerC86. It's just something fun I'd like to do. And if you guys make Twitters, or if you have Twitters, please let me know. I will follow you guys, and you guys follow me, and we'll have some good fun times on Twitter. But I understand, you know, time is very precious to a lot of people. So if you can't do it, it's understood. But I want to give it a shot. Everybody told me give it a shot. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'll tweet little things here and there. I made fun of it for so long, and now I'm gonna be tweeting, Michael, and you're gonna be tweeting too on the same name.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna get my own.
So if you go on the Twitter right now, you'll probably see the picture of the Sentinel. I'll check the Twitter account after this video's up, and yeah. So Sentinel picture's up, the video picture's up already, even though I did not post the video yet. Twitter picture's up. There you go. See, if you go on the Twitter account right now, you'll be seeing this. And okay, guys, so don't want to waste any more of your time. I'm sure a lot of you are like, Chris, I'm going to kill you for even making this video and calling it a pull list. I probably won't call it a straight out pull list. I'll probably call it Twitter/pull list, so this way you guys understand that the whole video was really about Twitter and then maybe 10% pull list. One book I must admit that I've been really looking forward to, and I did skim it, is Noel. I want to save my opinions on it, but I must say, for those of you who didn't get it, I would consider it. It has, I can't because I'm going to review it then. Consider the book. Or wait for my review on it, which will probably be end of the weekend, beginning of next week. But I'm telling you, not something you want to miss, especially if you're a Batman fan. And the artwork is, the cover is what you get in the inside and more. Enough said. I'm glad that I stuck it in my pull list for today, and that's all I'm going to say until the actual review, guys. Take care. I hope I see some of you at least on Twitter. Yes, I understand it's more of a girly kind of website, would you say? No, it's not really girly, because
No,
Stan Lee's on it, and so is Dan Slott. I want to have some fun with it, and especially when I'm not on the computer, if I'm reading a comic or if I'm doing something that involves comics and I want to do something like that, and let's say I don't have mic around or the camera around, it's a way for me to post my opinion on something. It doesn't have to be a whole book, just a section of a book or a piece of news. Alright guys, so take care. I'll see you this weekend on my comic review, unless I get this other video shot, god damn it! Yes, I'm annoyed because I was shooting this video for a week. Alright guys, see you in the next video or in this weekend's comic review. Take care.